Hey there, wonderful people. Kraken back here again with another quick video. This time I'm going to talk about upscaling. And the reason I'm doing this is because there are a lot of methods for upscaling, especially with, for example, Flux. And a lot of it's very memory intensive, and that makes sense because you are taking a smaller image and making it really big. But, everybody, not everybody, but I see often people posting workflows or discussions, some of the Facebook groups I belong to, and they talk about like using this method for upscaling or that method for upscaling. And I've tried them. I'll download their workflow, I'll use all the same settings, and then I'll duplicate some of the the model groups and everything, and then I'll put in my own method for upscaling. And I like mine better. And it's not mine. I just said mine. But I guess what I mean is the one that I use. I like the one that I use better. And it is no secret. It's been around forever. But dang it if it doesn't do absolutely wonderful work. So I want to start with, you have two different ways of making an image. So let's start with workflow. We're going to go to Browse Templates. And I'll start with, I'll just do a Flux Chanel. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put just a preview real quick. And what I'm going to do here is, I don't have a Flux Chanel. So I'll just grab real quick a Flux like dev. And let me see here. I'll change this to like 20. And leave all that the same. Sure, why not? Go ahead and hit Q. And it's going to load this up. Okie does have to has to do this, right? So well, you have this image coming out right here. I'll just do a reroute real quick. I'll make it vertical just so it looks nicer. I personally prefer to use what I'm going to refer to as a chooser, because if you, for example, let's say you batch 3 of them, whatever this is, whatever your prompt is telling you that you want to make. If I use a chooser, I use like a simple chooser, and we do image there, and then from the outside of it, we'll go here instead. I just want to show you this real quick, and then we can delete this. Okay. So now we have a batch of 3, and if you were to come down here, and you can make, for example, preview image. We'll pretend this is save image, okay? We'll pretend it's save. So you hit the Q, and now it's going to spit out 3 images, which is totally normal. So while it's doing this, I'm going to talk about where this can go. So we can do a load image, or image load actually. Or, no, I think it is load image. Comfy core, yeah, here we go. Okay, so we have here, and this is my red Sonia, or wannabe red Sonia. And so there's 2 inputs there, you see. So we can really quick put like an image switch. Let me see here. I guess it doesn't make any difference. I'll just use this one. So you would have this coming in, let's say to A, and maybe this one coming into B. And then you would do like maybe image info by chibi notes. I like that one. This comes in, it's going to tell us the dimensions of this, or whatever one coming from here. And then you have SD, or ultimate SD upscale right there. This is everything. So we're going to come in here with that, and you can see here we have a spot for models. Okay, so up here we have these three, and I asked myself, which one do I like the best? And I got to say that probably I like maybe this one. So everything's frozen right now. Everything's stopped. And if I do a progress, well, it sends it down to the pretend save. Remember, this was a pretend. Okay. So for the next one, what it's going to do is it's going to send it down to this switch. False, I believe, means A, and true means B. I believe that's true. Okay. No pun intended. So what we need is we need to fill in these things here. So the first things first, upscale model. We're going to upload that, or we're going to do an upload. I like ultra sharp. It's my favorite. And then we have the VAE coming from here, and it plugs into there. We have the negative and positive, right? So here's the positive, goes there. The negative goes there. And the model goes there. Just that simple. Coming out the other side, you would do, like, say, your save or preview or whatever you're doing. But in this case, I would like to do a compare so we can see before and after. Image compare by RG3. The after is going to be B, and the before is going to be A. So we'll just go like this one comes in. There you go. And then this will be a before after. Now, because we're using Flux, there's a couple things we need to do, and that's this first. We're going to change that down to 1. 20 steps is probably fine. In fact, 15 steps is probably fine as well. And that's it. So which one are we doing here? Right? Which one have we decided we're going to do? So anyways, we're going to go ahead now and start again. And of course, coming off of here, you would do a save image. Now, what you should do is make this actually look better. Right? And you might want to make this save image like you'd put it into like a normal folder, like pre-upscale folder or not upscaled folder or some. Be creative with your name. I just put normal or norm, and then the one coming out, I'll save it to upscaled. That way I know it's before and after. Some other important things we would add normally is you just type in Flux here if you've already installed all the stuff. You got your Flux guidance, right? So the conditioning comes out, goes here. This comes out, goes into the positive, but it also comes from here. And we'll go down, we'll put a reroute real quick, just so I can grab it from here and plug it into the positive. And now we have our Flux guidance. Also, there's another Flux node that a lot of people like to use, which is Flux model sampling, which gives some shifts of the bait, all these things. So what we're going to do with this is we are going to, well, it's really related to where's it at here? I've lost it. Hang on. I feel like I've lost it. Where is it? Hello, McFly. What the heck? Is it hidden behind stuff? Oh, there it is. Sorry, it was hidden behind here. So we have here in the empty SD latent image, we have the height and width, but you can see we also have height and width here. As long as they're the same, everything's good. So here's the model. The model comes out, we can plug it into there. Model comes out of there, we plug it into the case sampler. So now it's going through here, perfectly reasonably fine. But what we're going to do here is I'm going to do like an aspect ratio thing, so we can change the aspect ratios. And I just like this basic one right here, SDXL aspect ratio. And we don't need to do a whole lot other than I'm going to plug the width into width, the height into height. Okay, width into width, and height into height. Okay, and now we can change these. For example, we can do like a 9:21. I believe that is the iPhone aspect ratio. So over here, it's telling us, hey, you know, which one do you want to do? I like that one. No, I like that one. So I'm going to hit progress image, and now it goes. Oh, I hate when that happens. I don't know how to get rid of it. There we go. It sends it down, and it goes down to here. And we can do also from here, we can do a preview image that will let us know which image the switch has turned on, you know, so that we don't, you know, waste our time there. There we go. And here we can get rid of that one. And again, make this not a mess, guys. Right? Make this not a mess. We can get rid of this. Remember, that's a pretend save. I'm just going to delete it right now. I'm just going to move this over here. And we can say this is the upscale group. And this is not the upscale group. Obviously, if you're a little anal about everything lining up, you can just make this a little bigger. Make this a little bigger for fun, something like that. There you go. Turn off all the lines so everything's clean. Just that simple. Now, one thing I've noticed is that even if the switch is turned so that this is not being loaded, it still requires an image to be there or this turns red. So you do just need to click in here and just put an image in there, whatever image you want. Just grab anything off of your hard drive anywhere, a meme or anything. Just throw it in there so it has something in there. There's also ways to like load an entire directory going through each one. I won't get into that on this video because it is outside the scope of what I had intended to talk about. I'm simply just saying that it is so easy to set up Ultimate SD Upscale. Yes, it does take a long time. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to fight about it. It is intensive. Like, it does take some time here. But out of all the upscales that I've ever done, tried all of the things, this works the best. I get the best results. Now, there's also other ways to kind of, so true must be the A. So true must be A. Okay. So anyways, we can come over here and look at this. So that's before and that's after. I'm not happy with Flux, how it adds like frown lines. It adds a little bit of a butt chin that wasn't there. Changes the color of the eyes a little bit. Just it adds more depth to the face that I'm not a fan of. But overall, I still think it's pretty cool. You know? It's like, I mean, the difference. right? The difference is just crazy. Look at that rock. It's just the detail on the leather, the belt buckle, these bones. I mean, belly button ring. Look at that. So that's why you use this. And like I said, like if you go to the manager, custom nodes, and you put in upscale, you're gonna get all kinds of cool stuff, right? You're gonna get, here's SD latent upscale. So many people talk about how great this is, right? There's, what's that one that's here's the neural network one. There's this one here, APISR, upscale, CCSR, whatever the hell that is. There's so many different ones. And it doesn't seem to take very long before yet another post on Facebook or whatever is telling us all, like, oh, like some of these need API keys. I'm not doing any of that nonsense. Especially, like I said, when I'm all said and done and I do a comparison where I'll install stuff and I'll make a whole workflow where I have, before and after, and I'll do the compare where I'll have Ultimate SD Upscale going in for A, and whatever the other one, the new one that everyone loves, says it's great, going into B, and I'll go like this back and forth, and I'll go, nope, I like Ultimate SD Upscale better. I like it better. Like what are we even doing here? What are we doing? So it is with that. I do typically do a couple of different things. So I'll do like some math nodes. And in the math nodes, I usually do A times B divided by 2 plus 32. Oops, sorry, wrong button. 32. I then take this and I go Control CV, make 2. Okay. Double click, make this width. Double click down here, make this H. Then I go, actually I'll use slider, which is a custom node. Right click on slider, go to properties panel, make this upscale by value to start with 2, minimum 1, maximum I never think about doing more than 4. This is step 0.5 and decimals 1. And that allows us to do all this stuff. So we got 2. This is going to go to upscale right there, but it's also going to go here. I might turn these back on. It's also going to go to A and A. Then the width and height that we did here, width goes to B, height goes to A. And then this is width goes to width, and height goes to tile height. We can now minimize these in this. So it changes the tile that was 512 by 512. It changes it depending on the size of the image, and it has the correct overlaps and stuff for seamless processing there. Okay. And with that, there's nothing else I normally do. This is all pretty straightforward. Play with your denoise. This is by percentage, so 0.2 was 20%. Okay. If you did 0.5, it would change like so many things. If you do like 0.1, it's 10%. It hardly changes anything. Just kind of sharpens it up a little bit. But another thing you can do is there's other upscale things like upscale. So we'll just do upscale here. And there's one that I use oftentimes, this one right here by ComfyUI. So this one has, it's kind of the same model thing. It's built in, so we can just do like an ultra sharp there as well. Or maybe skin. Like I think CX is best for skin. So you take something like that and you run this through here first. We can do a quick preview just because, but then this from here is going to go to there. Oops, I missed. Hold on. Try again. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's correct. And what this is going to do is upscale it by 2, but no, we want it just to be 1.5. That means it's actually only 50%, because it's like if you did 1, it keeps it at the same dimensions. If you do 1.5, it adds 50% to the size. Okay, so then you go down to here and you do 1.5. So that adds another 50%. So ultimately it would come out. So if you copied this node here and you plugged it in, let's say here in the middle somewhere, you went image size and then B, it would show you the after. Okay. So go ahead and let's just queue up 1. And it's going to be the bottle this time because I did change this to true. You can right click on these and say rename slot and put true equals supplied, I guess. I don't know. Whatever you want to do it. False equals load image so that you know it's this one. My chair's squeaking, sorry. All right. And this time we should see the image here because the previous one was, or we got the simple chooser. So obviously we only have 1 to choose from. Progress. There we go. The bottle is shown there at 0.15. 960 by 2304. Now it's going to take that, upgraded or upscale by 0.5, and it's going to, because this was the original image size right here, 832 by 1216. So 50% on each. Okay. Now it's going to crank through all of this. This was just a preview image so you can see what it looked like. Delete stuff like this. You don't need it, And like you can move this, someplace else. Right. So it's like a pre-upscale. Does that make sense? Alrighty, and we are done. And we'll go over here. You can see the output size is bigger than it was when it went in because it's added an additional 50%. Oh, what did I do here? What the heck just happened? I opened up a side pane somehow. The heck? Okay. All right, that's better. All right, anyways. So we're going to come over here and you can see it's a little sharper, little better. The apples. Everything that's in focus is just a little bit better. And the reason is because it's garbage in, garbage out, right? Or good stuff in, good stuff out. So when you do that little thing here, it gives more detail to the image that's going into here. It defines the edges of things and all the little things, all these little details. It separates them more. It does like that pre-upscale, ultra sharp, and when this is doing its thing, it kind of needs to know what's in there and what the little things are, and it needs to be able to differentiate between A and B and C and D, and it can't do that if things are smudged and blurred together. So the more smudgy and blurry your image, the harder time it's going to have of correctly identifying key aspects of it and then properly upscaling. Okay, but you can see it did a pretty dang good job. I mean, look at like just this part right here. Look at that. I think it did a great job. And this level of upscale is great. It's just great. I'm sorry, but I think it's fantastic. So if you come up here, and I had a prompt earlier in the day that I don't have anymore. Actually, I think I might know how to get it. Hold on a second. I gotta do some homework here. Hold on. Gonna go into here and here and here again and come. Oops. Oh, no, output right there. Look for my Santa girl. There she is right here. Okay, and I'm gonna open up a new ComfyUI window. I'm gonna drag it over, and now I can copy my Santa Mrs. Claus, come back over here and hit Control V. And what we're going to get here is a 9:21 aspect ratio. I'll do a batch of like 5 of these guys, hit the Q button, and we will get a Mrs. Claus. Did I not? Okay, I got that. Yeah, we got everything. Okay. You gotta have the basics in there anyway. Alrighty. Alrighty then, we're back and we're gonna cruise in here real good and we're gonna look for the one that we're gonna pick. I will tell you right now, I don't care about how sexy it is. I care about that it has the stuff that I wanted. I like this one that it has the Santa in the background sitting there, but I don't like her face, if I'm being honest. Flux has a tendency to put these lines here. I don't know what they're called. I don't know, smile lines or laugh lines or whatever they are. But these, I don't know. I don't like those. And also the cleft chin, you know. But, so yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. But, and this one is just, doesn't have the hat on. And it's a little bit too, you know, not really what I'm looking for. But this is, I like this one. Has the hat. You can see a little bit of the lines, but not too bad. So I can pick that one for sure. And as we go back over here some more, we have this one here. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, gosh. This one has a little reindeer sitting right there, which is cool. But this one has, I already picked that one as the presents. This one has presents, but I didn't like it. This one has interesting stockings. Yeah, I'll go with that one. These two right here. All right, so when we progress these, they're both going to go through this little upscaler here. As I said, look how fast it goes. It goes so super, super fast because it doesn't do like iterations like this does where it does like 15 steps. It's basically one step. And all it's going to do is do like just a little upscale. See? It's just a little bit. And the reason you want to do that is it contrasts certain areas that just makes it more clear what they are, so that when it's fed into this one, it starts off seeing everything or seeing the differences between things. So that's why I kind of like it. Okay, so now it's going to go through. It's going to take a bit of time here, folks. We will return when this is done. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and queue up the next batch so that when this is done, it'll start queuing these up. Or, you know, the next 5. Alrighty, and we go down here to the bottom and we have our upgrade. Go to A2, B2. Okay, and that's all, like I said, using the ultra sharp model, which I like. And you can, like, you don't, you know, I mean, if you don't like the idea of having this one, you could just, you know, go directly from here, connect it to there, and then just change this to 2. Totally up to you how you want to handle that. Here I have some more to choose from. I like that one. And I like that one. Progress. It's going to do a quick upscale there for those two, and then it's going to spit it on down here. And that's that. All right, let's wrap this up here. We are looking at the end result here, and boom. Look at those teeth. Like no teeth, no distinct teeth, boom, teeth, right? Now, if you feel like it's doing too much, you feel like it's going crazy, adding too much that wasn't there. Like right there, it added the butt chin. Like no butt chin, you see? No laugh lines, right? It does add flux related stuff to it, which is unfortunate, but basically what you've done is you've run through K-sampler essentially twice with flux. Yeah, it tucks the underwear back under. You get a little. It should be better ass cheeks, but you know it is what it is. So that's pretty much all I can tell you. You know, choose this, switch this if you're going to load your own image. If you're going to make an image, do that. Then you just take like this whole thing here, copy it, paste it into your own workflow. What I do, honestly, is I don't ever do this. I don't do what I'm showing you right now. I never make an image and then pass it down to an upscaler. What I do always is I'll save it as a normal image, and then I pick the ones I want to upscale, and then I upscale just that one. It saves a lot more time. Because why do I need to upscale all the ones I've picked? Unless I'm sharing them or, I don't know, whatever I'm doing, it's like I don't need them all upscaled. I want that one. That one is really cool. I got to have that one upscaled. That's what I'll do. So with that in mind, all of this is something I would not even use. Here, hold on. First, before I shut all this down and make everything else, let me go ahead and copy this. Copy. Okay. So yeah, I would, personally, this would just be its own thing. I wouldn't have any of this. Well, actually, you need to have all that down there too, I suppose. Oh, my wife. So anyways, I just want to show you that's your ultimate SD upscale. Play with the steps, play with the sampler and scheduler, play with the denoise, the higher number point whatever is percent. 0.5 is going to replace a lot of things. 0.1 is going to hardly replace anything. Choose different models, see what you like. And then once you got it figured out for the kind of images you do, you're done. Moving on with your life. Okay? All right. And with that, I'm out of here. You guys all have a good one. And I will see you on the next video. Check out Ultimate SD Upscale.